fawn in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
I'm Luke Summerhays.
I'm a very sleepy James J. Miles.
I'm just the normal Andrew Rice.
James the Jester Stewart.
And you're listening to Monster Mash After Dark.
And on this week's episode, we're hunting the Royal Ludroth.
Royal Ludroth use their sponge-like neck scales to absorb water and keep from drying out on land. Once the sponge loses moisture, they attempt to re-enter the water. They also spew mucus to trip up their prey.
Were they one of the underwater monsters you fight in 3?
Yeah, because they were first introduced in Monster Hunter
It's
3.
like the first big water-based monster that you fight and try.
Like, they even jump out of the water and shit, don't they, in this one still?
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hop in and sort of swim away from you a little bit and come back.
In area 10 enough, like.
More just for annoyance purposes, so they don't actually attack you or anything from that, because they've stripped out the underwater mechanics, obviously.
Yeah.
So, if they didn't absorb water, would they just shrivel up like a crusty sponge? You know, if you leave a sponge out for too long, it's like a hard brick.
Well, like most amphibians are supposed to stay in water like most of the time, aren't they? So the sponge is just a way for it to get away with being out of the water a bit longer.
That's cool. That's a cool kind of design standpoint there.
Yeah, it's just it's a like nice, interesting little idea for an animal.
It makes sense, I suppose, that if it was hunting on land. Yeah, no, I like that. It's makes sense in the ecology of the world that it would absorb that. I dig that.
Yeah, and it's one of the few monsters so far that we can't really argue with anything it's told us about it.
No,
All the things it says it does do in the game.
Very true. Very true. Well done, Capcom.
You finally got there. Took you long enough.
They nailed it this time. It took them 3 generations of games to do it.
Episode 13, lucky for some.
I mean, we're now getting to the more interesting critters now, aren't we? Like, the Royal Ludroth is, from a design standpoint, we've already have a little kind of briefly touched upon there, he is a lot more interesting than like half the shite we've talked about so far.
Yeah,
and the small ones aren't even like it's not like a pack mentality sort of thing, because the small Ludroths they are the female versions.
Are they?
Ludroth is the male, yeah.
Did not know that. So
yeah, only the males.
It's not like a pack thing like with the drones, so.
So it's kind of like your Jaggy type thing.
I think the small Ludroth could be male or female, but only the males grow up to get the mane.
Fucking patriarchal society, really.
Possibly, but from what I've read, they've always been, the small ones have been labelled as the females.
Fair enough.
Because they hang about the Royal Ludroth like it's a harem, so.
But, like, I mean, if you think about lions and shit, right? Like, baby lions don't have, like, any sort of distinguishing features from female baby lions, do they?
Well, I don't know. Simba could sing a hell of a song.
Yeah, but
so could Nala.
It wasn't too bad.
Nah, but you wanted to listen to Simba's beats, didn't you?
That's because Simba's the main character, though. To be fair, like.
Are you saying that Nala could be a main
And
character as well?
couldn't what's her face sing all right in Lion King 2?
Nobody watched that.
But to be fair, like the Lion King 2 did have that one good song, like "He Lives in You," like that. That was a good song.
Classic.
It is.
Oh,
Okay, it's more known for the
brought
musical.
the memories for
The
the
musical
Andy.
took the song from Lion King 2. If you don't know the musical well enough, then yeah, fucking hell, you probably don't recognise it.
To be honest, I forgot Lion King 2 was a thing until you mentioned it.
Did you?
Yeah, the Royal Ludroth, like as well as being quite interesting from a design standpoint, is a bit more interesting of a fight than a few of the ones we've done recently. There's pretty much no angle you can attack him from that he can't get you.
Because you can roll over from side to side, he'll slash or chomp or your gob on you at the front, and he
Tail swipes as well.
Tail swipes as well.
Like,
So.
like you can stand stationary and tail swipe like back and forth. That's the
Yeah,
typical like
tails
thing where he defends his tail. So like if you can't just combo his tail, because if he stays stationary, he's bound to kind of swipe his tail like that.
He's
And he
got
does
a
a-
weight
The
on it as well.
first monster that we can cut the tail off of.
No,
No, I think
yeah,
you're right.
he is. Yeah, he's the first.
So he's got both a break and a
We'll
tail
talk
cut.
about
So
him, yeah,
definitely.
previously.
A monster mash first.
So actually, talking about breaking him and kicking his tail, the armour you can make from the Royal Ludroth is basically just a nice coat.
I've not looked at it.
Yeah, it's like an Eskimo outfit.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Is Leon S. Kennedy's coat from Resi 4.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except like more yellow. I can see that.
Well, you know, the nice brown coat with then the fluffy bit and the collar.
I'm gonna have to Google this because that is not ringing. I remember
It's
it's
not
coat,
getting near
but...
close, but I can see why.
No, yeah, that's absolutely not, is it?
I can kind of see where you're coming from a little bit.
I
Like,
literally
it's
cannot
like
see
if
this.
Leon F. Kennedy brought out a onesie based on his coat.
And it's Capcom as well, so they just kind of.
Mate, that is literally not even remotely close. Like, what the
That's
fuck?
what he said though. He said it just reminds him of it.
What? Just he remembers a coat. I'm sure you can think of better
Oh, it's the
fucking
colour
coats.
scheme as well. It's tan,
What
isn't
is
it?
fucking brown? Like, one's brown, one's yellow.
No, that is.
Oh.
No.
I think it's
That
because
is-
like it's a coat it's lined with fur around it, so.
No,
I mean-
there's better coats, mate. There's better coats. I'm not having this.
There is no coat better than Leon's coat.
What, in general? Or, like, I mean, like, if I'm thinking about coats that look like that coat, there's fucking millions of them, mate.
Fine, it doesn't. Sorry.
Like, fucking Lara Croft wears coats fucking closer to the Ludroth armour than Leon's.
Yeah, but she's not in a Capcom game.
What,
she's
we're
not as
only
cool as
allowed to
Leon.
talk about Capcom characters now?
Yeah.
No, but if we're suggesting that there might be a connection.
Well, we...
Hey, I'm sorry I mentioned it. Move on.
That's what Luke was going for, and it's just
Wait, but also,
derailed.
like...
Did
No,
you know
no,
the
no,
dinosaur
no,
in
no,
Jurassic
no.
Park couldn't really spit poison?
No, but, like, it's not like they only cross over with Capcom games. They also cross over with Nintendo games and fucking Metal Gear Solid. So let's not fucking limit ourselves here, lads.
Square Enix as well.
Okay, when the Royal Ludroth turns up in like fucking Shadow of the Tomb Raider, then I'll write you a written apology.
I would fucking love that.
I think we all would.
Well, that'd be awesome, like a zombified Ludroth in a Resident Evil game.
He does look a bit fucking zombie-ish when you start breaking his sponge, doesn't he?
got
Yeah, it kind
anywhere
of looks
near
like a bit
enough
gory,
tentacles,
doesn't
mate.
it? Like you see, like the.
I think it's the grimmest break to look at.
So when you, nah,
Well, a few of the tails
I
actually
quite like the break it.
innards.
When you break the main, it reminds me of donuts for some reason.
What?
Yeah, they look like donuts in this, or like kind of
What the
spongy.
fuck
kind of
is wrong with this
like donuts.
podcast tonight?
That's what it reminds me of. Like, I don't think it's disgusting at all.
Do you
It
think
looks
he's
tasty.
shoved his
Fluffy and
face
white
through a
metal.
donut?
Yeah.
Josh Rumble.
Like on the insides, like when you like you rip apart like a donut, like on the inside, the sponginess on the inside.
I'm
That's
not-
exactly
I'm not
what when you break
savage.
the main. That's what it looks like on the inside.
Justice rumbles into Krispy Kreme with a picture of the Royal Ludroth break and points out
That's one of
five of
these.
these.
Alright. Next time we meet up, I'm tying 20 donuts to Jazz's face. And we can just hit them.
They've got to be ripped up though, like so you can see the spongy.
It's only
Well,
the
I'll
inside that
I'll
counts.
attach them, you know, full, and then we can break them.
I don't get why you think that it looks disgusting, like or anything.
But he looks so kind of regal when he obviously being royal, like kind of proud when you first fight him. Then you break apart and he looks kind of like all diminished and
Oh
sad.
yeah,
like-
it definitely looks sad, like when you do it. I'm just saying, like what the main, like the remains of the main looks like.
The remains of the main.
The remains of the
That's
main,
the
yeah.
album
Where
name.
will it? You think I could grow it back, like a sheep, like sheep's wool?
I
Because
don't
it's
think
clipped.
giving them cause to
I've
do
never
so.
met an animal with sponge, but I'd imagine they could. So, to talk about his real world influences for a second,
Sponges.
basically just a crocodile.
Really?
What?
He's-
He's clearly a fucking sea lion, like not sea lion, but like a lion of the sea. That's his...
Yeah, but it,
So a sea lion.
no, because sea lions are not lions, right?
if you look
A
up,
lion.
Say like they remind them of like being a dog, like it's like an oversized dog.
Is that not just like similar to lions? I mean, obviously I know they're cats, but kind of...
No, it's like his temperament's a bit different, no one. So you even compare him directly
Rolls
to a
around
lion
like a
apart
lion.
from the main.
No, he
Have you
rolls, he
seen-
rolls around like a
Fish.
lion in the sun.
I was thinking more. If you look at the normal Ludroth, they're basically just like crocodiles or prehistoric crocodiles.
And
such
then
as-
crocodiles,
and then-
to me, the main thing I'm thinking about is his face, and they do not look anything like a crocodile.
It's more like a crocodile thing than a lion if you look at just the Ludroth. And then obviously they add the sponge is what makes it liony. But like, if you shaved a lion and you shaved a Royal Ludroth, they would not look similar.
I don't know, like, is there like a fish called a lionfish?
Oh, right, no, the lionfish is not anything like a lion, really.
Although I'm looking at some of the recommendations that come up with the lionfish, like the scorpion fish and the stonefish, and they don't look like scorpions or stones either.
Well, the stonefish looks a bit like a stone, to be fair.
Fucking name fish after other animals and hope for the best, don't they?
I guess it's like sea lions, you know, named after lions, but they're fucking just not.
The only kind of real world kind of animal that Ludroth's connected to as well was his roar is apparently the same as the red-tailed hawk.
Should we briefly mention the purple Ludroth? Because I don't think he's going to get his own episode when we get around to the Monster Hunter 3 monsters.
Does poison instead, doesn't he?
Yeah, poison instead, purple.
Yeah, he's exactly the same. He just spits poison instead of water.
Great work, Capcom. You did it again.
Was he added for Portable Third, where he didn't have the underwater bits?
The purple one?
Yeah.
No, I think he was only in 3 Ultimate.
Ah, so they,
In fact, no, the purple one goes underwater too. It's just he's literally just a poisony version. That's it.
top work.
But that's the point of the subspecies, isn't it? They're not fully fleshed out
Well, no.
own brand. They're just slightly.
It's
tweaked.
just like it's a subspecies based on basically like because they're creating a monster based off like the area that it would live in. So like that's just a Ludroth that's happened to kind of get to an area that's got a lot of poison in it.
Yeah, I think it's in
just
sort of like the
evolved,
marshy sort of
like the marshlands.
less
Yeah.
nice areas. Yeah.
So, Monster Mash is not dead. We're only just sleeping. Because next week we'll be hunting the Gypceros.
Just like your mum said about your rabbit, but she was lying.
Smokey?
If you've enjoyed this, you can follow us on Twitter at Monster Mash Pod. You can give us a like on Facebook. You can rate and review us on iTunes. You can subscribe on YouTube. Or you could just tell a friend. Because now's the time. We're going to be talking about interesting monsters.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've sat through this shit, and now you can tell all your friends to
Oh
listen.
yeah, tweet pictures to Andy Man of like just sponges. Just tweet them fucking pictures of sponges.
I want pictures of SpongeBob SquarePants looking slightly bemused. Tweeted at AndyMan949. That'd be great.
I want pictures of you giving yourself a sponge bath. Tweeted at AndyMan949.
Fuck's sake.
On that note, I'm going to bed.
It's probably for the best.
See ya!
I'm staying up all night after hearing that now.
Stop doing it.
We are now live and in living colour, just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Buenos dias, bitches.
Oi oi! It's gonna be. Oh, I forgot to eat. Fuck. Fuck! I'm actually wandering about the water area, just kind of not knowing where I'm going. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, fuck!
That was me thinking that I was going to be like going to die there. Tiredness and like Luke's just like, nope, I'll take that. Take that first death.
I fought one with my armour on just now to get the screenshot. And I was literally standing still for like 10 minutes at a time and it was barely taking like a quarter of my health.
Could die next. I know I was looking through all the little kind of titles, like because there's some like new ones with the recent like DLC, and I was trying to find something that would give me the title of General Mount, but there's no Mount word in there.
I'm going for general failure myself here.
I think I'll be following who's next though. I don't fancy all luck fighting this by myself.
I was hoping I'd be able to make Master Cheese off the back of the cheese sword, but no.
I keep forgetting you've been given the title of Master Cheese.
Yes, by
How could you forget that?
the High Council of Dominoes themselves. I'm never going to let anyone forget that. SpongeBob Ludroth lives in an area next to the sea.
Oh, who lives in the mountains down by the swamp? Royal Ludroth. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
Second
Royal
for the
Ludroth.
cast, please.
This is
Do
technically
you want to hear
cast.
something accidentally very creepy that I did?
Yeah,
So, you know how I use MP3 Skype recorder for this podcast?
you didn't fucking. You
I
did
do
it.
also accidentally record every Skype conversation I have. Including when I'm putting the moves on ladies.
Well, that better.
Like saving it, listening it back, and like, oh, my technique could be a wee bit better there. You know when you think you're running away from the monster and you're just running to the edge of the zone, like getting stuck on a wall.
Hello.
Hello, Ricey boy.
Hello, Ricey boy. What time do you call this, by the way?
That's called watching 2 films in one evening, man. I've got limited film time, so I had to capitalise and watch 2 at once.
Well,
What
listen.
films were they? I bet it's going to turn out they were shite.
Moana and Fantastic Beasts.
One of them was okay, and the other one has The Rock, so I'll let you off.
Wait, The Rock was in Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, he is the
Moana.
primary beast.
Gunning for Brock Lesnar too.
Sorry, I was a bit slow in the uptake. I'm tired.
It turns out that what The Rock was cooking was Polyjuice Potion.
Anybody got a trap?
Yes. No!
Oh We're setting up the trap as well. I ran away, Jade ran away. Liquid still hitting
Little
fucking-
flick of his tail got me in the spine.
Wait, did you die?
Yes.
Second time.
Oh, now he's in
Oh,
the
no, it
trap.
goes into the fucking trap. Of course it does.